a suicide, or maybe even sacrifice the map ban and run a tri lane with the Vindicator, Worm, and Madman. But you're gonna have to run a tri lane because the dual lanes are just so awkward. Okay, so we do see the Madman in the top lane. He poured the top lane and actually instantly placed the ward to block that camp there. That is a really good play actually by the Madman. Because the Madman wants to just kind of sit in the tower and get XP. And they are going to run a tri lane as... well, I want to say as I predicted, but I feel also like I predicted like 50 different things.
Well, I think you just...
So eventually I'm going to be right, you know?
Well, you just explained all the possibilities, right?
Exactly.
If you explain all the possibilities, you can't technically be wrong.
Hey, if it works, right? No, but like this makes sense to me. This makes sense to me. The Madman in the solo situation here, the Madman is probably going to have more survivability against their heroes, against like Corrupted, Nymphora, and Prisoner than the Swiftblade would have. So it makes sense that you would run the Swiftblade in the tri lane instead of like the Swiftblade in the solo lane. And then the Sophoris in the mid lane against the Solo Torture. I'm not in love with the Solo Torture. That's the only thing I think they could have improved on. I think Torture is a really good hero if you run him in like a tri lane or dual lane or something. And actually bottom lane, look at this.
A dig coming through on Yonko. Yonko to get dug right away with the book down, with the spin coming through on Jared. Jared's trying to do as much damage as he can, trying to slash through. Who gets first blood? The first blood goes to Jared. Again, we're seeing the power. So you see that ward of sight that Miyabi put? That's the same ward that they got killed at and owned at. So now they're like, yeah, wait a minute, that ward's kind of OP. So, man, you're seeing the power of Tome, right? Tome did so much work there. Just the 50% movement slow and just the silence and everything is just super huge. You know what I mean?
Where's Geomancer going? I guess Geomancer doesn't need to be in the tri lane. So, fair enough.
He also doesn't have an Orb of Zamos, I see.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Because... like, he's not really going to be in this lane much anyway. Like, in the tri lane, you don't have two people buy an Orb of Zamos, of course. But the Pharaoh is still going to get... the Pharaoh is not really easily killable by just a Swiftblade and a Vindicator. If the Geomancer is there, of course, he has this different story. Oh, actually, the Sophoris got hooked!
Oh, Winzy actually getting hooked under the tower by the old ball and chain by Suck trying to run him down. And Sigma does a nice stun with chain reaction, but with the golden apple, I don't know if he necessarily kills him. The Aura getting the neutral trying to go through, and Suck just trying to get a good kill. He actually heals through with life tap, so the heal skull is coming, but it might not be enough. Suck, he's so much faster than him, and Suck actually ends up picking up the kill with the auto attack. Picks up a kill on Winzy from a good old ball and chain. Well played, Mr. Windicus.
I think
good job, Sunk.
Yeah, well, for one, if Sophoris had a wind whistle, he would have lived. But the second thing is that if he actually got his W off there and like hit the prisoner, I think he could have killed him.
Yeah. I also like to point out that if he did have wind whistle, he would have lived. That's not even actually a meme. That's the worst part about it.
The worst part is that it's true.
Yeah. So what do you think our Corrupted Disciple is going to go? Do you think our Corrupted Disciple is going to be going the Vitalizer build into Staff? Do you think he's going to do Vitalizer into Geos? Vitalizer into
probably Dawnbringer.
Elder?
I think Dawnbringer. Dawnbringer still makes the most sense. But honestly, also just the Shrunken like pretty early. Because a lot of the damage that the Legion team, the Hellborn team has is magic. You know, Madman, Sophoris, Geomancer, all that damage early on is going to be magic damage. So, Vitalizer, Shrunken, if you just have those two items, you are very much going to be able to play aggressively. Oh, actually, Madman might be in a bit of trouble.
Yonko looking at the bot, he's going downstairs. Yonko's actually getting spun on the bot with the book, and now he's stuck in the trees just trying to cut himself out, but he passed into the trees, they can't get the kill, and Corrupted is actually draining all of the Madman's damage right now. I believe he's lost 30, which isn't too bad. Alright, he got his damage back, but he's still gonna end up dying. A nice a nice shackled on top of the Madman to get the kill. And this is another thing too, by the way, that we didn't talk about because we were talking about so many different things. The prisoner pick after they see the Madman, because the Madman was picked first, the prisoner pick to counter it with shackle was actually super smart. That was a good pickup.
I don't like Madman always is going to have the hatchet, so I don't really see the prisoner as like a big counter to the Madman, because it's so easy to just like hatchet hit the shackle and just get rid of it. Like the shackle, it's one of the big problems of the shackle that it's so easily dealt with. This force gets hooked here. Honestly, so force might actually the Geomancer, the worm.
No worm! Oh, Worm's getting beat up. A nice shackle on top of Worm, so they can't take away, beating him up, and he's just gonna run under the tower. But see, that's the other thing too, though. The thing is, you're saying that it's easy to deal with the shackle, right? It's easy to deal with the shackle because all you have to do is just auto it and hatchet it.
No, but
here's the big thing.
Geomancer doesn't have the hatchet.
Well, I was gonna say, but here's the other thing too. That's 2 auto attacks that the Madman doesn't put in a team fight, or even just fighting. That can make or break a whole engagement. To be honest,
it's only one team. It's only one auto attack.
Yeah, well,
and
you know, you throw hatchet.
It's like okay, so it's specifically like in the early, you know, laning stage. Is Madman going to be in trouble? No, he's going to be fine. They are playing really aggressively. It does a little bit bother me that they're not buying dust. Because I feel like a lot of times here, if they had... Oh, that is a good hook on the Madman. Oh my god, no. Sunk on a hooker. That is a different story as usual.
Yeah, sunk on any character that has hookah. Very scary indeed.
Yep. But the first, like, this is the problem with like the Pharaoh is just not really killable.
Oh, look at Sigma. Sigma actually walking forward and dodging and getting aggressive on top of Winzy. He actually didn't see him on the tower. That was 100% a mistake. But
coming.
But it worked out in the end, and here comes Sunkabab, Hookah Man. He's actually gonna just eat the dick on top of no fight people, and he's gonna end up just dying. Throwing the shackle, trying to pull Winzy under the tower. The agonizing Mons doesn't kill Winzy. Winzy still has DD, so it's auto attack. A nice apple play by Sigma, trying to dodge the trees, but it doesn't necessarily matter. That turret shot's not gonna kill. His DD got 1 smack from the DD, was just enough to kill in the end. If he didn't have that DD, it was a different story. And unfortunately, Yonko getting go under the tower again. That book, the slow, is just doing so much.
Yeah, so like normally I don't think they can really kill him if he's full HP. But I'm guessing that that was like ultimate plus spin, and then yeah, the Pharaoh does die. But Pharaoh like is doing good. Yes, he died 3 times, but he's getting a lot of XP. And Pharaoh Pharaoh kind of only needs level 6. Like, and then he can start doing stuff. Pharaoh will still always have impact just because it's like a 2000 initiation stun.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about Pharaoh is it doesn't matter how behind Pharaoh is, Pharaoh will always have impact, specifically just because of his ult. That's literally why.
Yep. We see actually the Sephora is probably clearing some stacks. They have a ward here though.
Well, trying to come through, dodge by the D, getting on top of Sigma. Sigma getting put down. Undying coming through on Sigma. A light tap coming through the auto attack, and a nice Stafissima to confirm the kill with the barrel roll coming from the Madman. Novadan showing up, getting some gold from his poor laning phase. Unfortunately, he's 185 GPM.
So Force is now going to clear the stacks. They are looking to rotate over, but oh, they're porting. They're porting.
Where are they gonna go? Oh, a very good port to get into the range of the stacks. And Captain Huggy picking up a nice kill with the Q auto attack on top of the boy. So that's a good pickup of the kill, good port. They ported high ground so they didn't see it on the bottom, and they get punished for it. Just taking those stacks, a good pickup and a good kill indeed.
It's still not another triple stack on the hard camp.
Oh no! You're Miyabi run. Miyabi run. Sunkibo is trying to hookah you. He's trying to hookah you.
So they all still have a triple stack on the hard camp. So the Geomancer honestly has been doing a lot of work getting stacks.
Dutch
here
take a
and
peek
there.
top. They're trying to dive the Madman, but they get a mass TP. No 5 people trying to come through, but can't get a dig because he's stunned up by a Zeal. A Dust coming through on the Madman with Overload, but he can't get the last auto attack. But his Q's coming up soon. He has about 3 seconds left on the Q, but the barrel roll coming through doesn't necessarily matter. The silence comes through, so he can't press Q to confirm the kill. And oh my god, Novodon just on the cusp of that Q. Doesn't get hit by the Electric Tide, and a TP out, and Menelay actually throws down a Lotus, a volatile pod, as he's TPing out, blows up, he's about to die, and Captain Huggy gets to keep his streak, still sitting at 565 GPM,
And they get
having
the tower
a good
as well.
game.
That was actually
they
really
do.
good for them.
Yep. And also, it's unfortunate that the Electric Tide missed. He was just waiting for cooldowns enough to just actually path through the trees correctly to not get eaten alive. So they missed the kill, and the Vindicator silence just, again, popping off so that he doesn't, you know, press the Q sooner. If the Vindicator did not press R there, if he did not final chapter, they both died, by the way. The final chapter was super good, saved the day, and Jarrus gets the tower destroyed. The
Vindicator
TP.
is
Minibe throwing down the book, trying to get away, but Yonko already got the Hellfire off, so they're stunning him up, touching him up. Captain Huggy just trying to throw auto attacks, and a hook coming through the prisoner, but not deep enough yet. No kidnapping on Mr. Jarrus. Mr. Jarrus sitting at 553 GPM, Captain Huggy at 560, so they're both having great games, getting their rotations around. Jarrus has 3 kills, Captain Huggy has 4. Their experience, he has a little bit more of experience per minute, not really a big deal.
I love, by the way, oh, actually mid lane?
Oh no, mid lane getting TP'd on the wall coming down from Wrath. He used Wrath Pharaoh. No, he didn't. He just walked up and walled him, and they TP'd in with the teleport to get the kill. And Captain Huggy's running under the tower. Miyabi draining down Miyabi's Soul's Blessing with the overload, picking up the kill on top of Miyabi, hitting the tower. Novodon trying to run in with the dig coming through. Captain Huggy gets hit by a dig with his volatile pod down. Volatile pod explodes, healing enough. And Captain Huggy's getting eaten down, trying to do any damage I can. Electric Tide coming through, and he gets kill! The Zeal actually ends up stunning out and canceling the auto attack that wouldn't kill Captain Huggy, but he picks up the kill on Menelay. But a support for 4, we'll take it all day. Jarrus is hiding in the trees, trying to win, try and come out. He's going to spin, try and deny the tower, try and get any gold away. A Shackle coming down, he doesn't deny the tower, goes to Sigma. Sigma, Bigma, Fofigma, Momigma picks up the tower kill off a scrappy fight in the mid lane.
Yep. I'll also, like, the Madman doesn't have boots yet, or barely had boots. And he was like farming top lane for approximately like 30 seconds. And then the Swift play just ports into the top lane and says like, you fucked enough. Go somewhere else. This is my lane now. This is my lane.
This is my swamp.
Exactly.
But
Poor
we're
Madman.
Let's see, we got the Vitalizer on top of the Corrupted like we thought, and he actually went Mad Fred's Brass Knuckles.
Yeah,
so
I don't mind that as much. I don't think it's super necessary. Honestly, I think the Abyssal could also be pretty good this game. As like a general like sustain item, because you just kind of want some sustain so you can jungle quite easily, right? And the new Abyssal and the Sinners just make a lot of sense to me. But in general, just like the Abyssal, or at least the Ring of the Teacher, is an item that like everyone should start picking up, because it's like insane how efficient it is, for mana at least. And at least like someone should probably be getting an Abyssal Skull as well, because the item is just really good right now. It's
Geostalking on Sigma, trying to find
they're setting there's something up top lane as well.
Alright, let's see who's getting ran out. A book down on top of Yonko. Yonko can't use spells, and a hook on top of the Swift Blade pulling the spin on. He's gonna get caught up with an info report coming through. Captain Huggy's here to try and bail his teammate. Electric Tide coming through, Zeal missing on Miyabi, but he doesn't necessarily care about Miyabi. Sigma actually teleporting to the tower and getting the kill with a nice chain reaction to punish them for doing much of anything trying to play the game. Again, we're seeing it now where they're playing aggressive, they're trying to keep up. The net worth is 2k split 10 to 11, and I think the reason why they have net worth is just because of the towers and the creeps and the farming, nothing more. However, I will say you're still playing pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, like, I was not convinced by these picks of the Hopper side, but they are doing better than expected, like a lot better than expected. They're making it work somehow. And they are like a little bit ahead, behind right now, but Like, that doesn't really matter
well,
on the
look at the
bottom lane.
bot tower. Unfortunately, you're getting beat down here, Mr. Yonko, getting killed. And unfortunately, Stuck tries to TP to do anything, all going through, but it might not go off. Hook coming out, putting him out of the tower range, but he can't pick up the kill because the life tap W and the healing is just a little bit too much.
Man, if
However,
that was like 1 port more, that was 3 kills.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it seems like Sigma's trying to pick up anything on Nova. He has a sneaky mushroom, and Nova just pops his mana battery to get just enough to stock away. Just stalks out, says, "No, thank you, sir. I do not want what you're selling. Please stop bullying me."
And honestly, that is kind of a big mistake by the leading side here, not having TPs there. Because instead of like 3 kills, that is like 2 deaths for you.
True. Very true. Now here's the next question. We see the firebrand. You know, we see the firebrand. The next question being is, are we getting Geos or are we getting Dawnbringer? And he's draining out. He's not even draining the South Forest. He's just running at him with Overload, trying to get anything. Zeal misses on no fight. No fight digs out. But guess what? We have a NASCAR on Mr. Captain Huggy. This dude be freaking sprinting. So he just runs up and kills him with the, didn't even use Violator. Kills him. Gives the old razzle dazzle. Gets the kill. And let's see here. Winsy trying to run away. Is Sunk gonna try and throw a hook? Not.
Yeah, yes, haste. So it doesn't really matter. Genko also setting up top lane.
Genko trying to do his best. A nice Wrath of the Pharaoh on Jaraz, and he tries to mommy wall him back and out, but he gets the spin, so they can't pick up the kill on him, unfortunately. Can't catch the
bottom lane. Oh, go check us out.
Oh man, bot lane, another thing's happening too. Sigma just getting ganked out by 3. Poor Sigma. He's not allowed to show on the map.
No, he tried to port out, but the Geomancer was just in time to stun him there. Swipblade trying to take some stacks, Prisoner being annoying, Prisoner actually hooking that Swipblade.
Oh wow, Vindicator's silence coming out so he can't throw the shackle onto Jairus. He throws the shackle down, Jairus booked down so he can't do anything. So Yonko can't use any spells. Captain Huggy trying to come through using Soul's Wrath, trying to get any electrified cam for the Undying on him. They're just going to disengage here because the Zeal just for enough of a stun. No fight trying to walk up. He does have a dig, but a volatile pod down getting a heal. Stun coming through. He doesn't hit anything, missed the Earth's Grasp, but he doesn't get the extra damage. Electrified coming through, doing a little bit of a nuking to no fight. The Flare coming through, slowing him down, but I don't think they can get it through. Hook misses, and I don't think this is a continued fight. But Mendeley trying to get anything from his little secret shop, trying to be a sneaky boy, seeing if he can get.
Now the question: do you think Genko is going to be able to snipe the Geomancer?
Do I think?
With that soul. It doesn't even try. Man, I am beyond disappointed. You always have to try, right?
Oh, you always try and snipe the fountain without fail. Well, if we look at this, Mendeley and Captain Huggy still roaming around because they have a ward, trying to see if they can get anything on top of the Swiftblade, but there's a TP coming out of the tier 2 behind them that they do not seeing, and it's no fight, so he's probably going to geostock anyways, so it doesn't really necessarily matter.
So Force trying to clean up some Ancients, but he wasn't able to, so Swiftblade is going to clean it up instead. I'm guessing that Swiftblade is just going to go for like a Geobane this game. It makes a lot of sense against the heroes.
Very true. And Mr. Huggy is having a pretty good game right now. 8-0 with 1 assist, 600 GPM.
Torture might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh no, Shigma, you're about to get cut in half, buddy.
No way.
Good. Oh, what a juke, but oh, Miyabi with the book. Unfortunate. Miyabi didn't throw that book down.
No way!
What? Huh? What just happened?
He stunned it right in time.
Wow, well played by Sigma.
Well timed.
Agonizing, right? Oh no, Sunkbomb actually getting owned right now. Crystal's coming through with the Earth Scratch trying to slow through, and Winzy's gonna try and chase down Mendeley, and Winzy's a little bit tanky. Plate agrees he's going for the staff build this game. Interesting, okay. They're gonna end up killing Mendeley here. He's just gonna get dug on. Unfortunately.
Yeah, nothing new. Actually, so Force going for a Staff of the Master this game.
Yeah, I just said that.
It didn't register.
It's okay.
I'm still in my head at like my neighbor's food. My neighbor's dinner.
My neighbor's dinner.
Yep. My neighbor's fucking dinner.
Sunk is worried about all the wrong things.
No,
Thinking
but like
about how
that was
he's
the
gonna-
torture. Actually, torture just like stunned right at the time that the Swiftblade ultimate ended. So that was just insane. Honestly, I can't.
Sunk's worried about all the wrong things playing prison. He's gonna come hook your neighbor's dinner for you, dude.
Ooh, nice. I like it. Ooh, the Corrupted Disciple going for Geobane.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I asked earlier. Are we gonna see Geobane or are we
I
gonna see
did
Dawn?
not expect that. I expected like an Dawnbringer. Like Dawnbringer is not the best item these days, but it's still better than a Geobane on Corrupted, I feel. Because I believe if you have the train act, like the train finished, and you then use Geobane, you actually get rid of the drain damage buff. And bottom lane might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Sigma might
Madman
get caught
ends
up by the
Forest.
Madman and the
No,
Mushroom.
he
So Force
misses.
throwing down the Undying. Oh man, Sigma's just trying to pump as much damage as he can, but the Undying going through. But Sigma's actually chunking out Wincy, dodging all the Qs. And 4-4 coming in, but there's no volatile pod to save for the Undying because healing doesn't matter. So Sigma actually goes down. Wow, no, he lives. Captain Huggy 9-0, and Sigma with just the dance moves, man. The sick dance moves of the Dreamcatcher, just trying to do the best he can. Geostar coming through with no fun, gonna dig on Taka. Okay, hot nick. And that is a dead prisoner, but guess what? They killed the South Forest, so I think that's more worth it than just losing the prisoner, to be honest. They lose top tower, which is whatever, but Sigma coming through, actually killing Jarrus. He can't get an auto attack off. No, he didn't get the auto on the spin, that doesn't get the kill, but they make him burn Vindicator ult, so he actually doesn't have any spells to follow it up. So I think that's very actually worth it, to be honest. They burn Vindy ult, they're a little bit scarier.
Might speed? No, Vindicator's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. And I think he is going a Grimoire of Power, even with a South Forest. Oh, Sigma, can you see it in time? A good snipe with the chain reaction on top of the Miyabi's head, if you will, to get that stun up.
And the Madman is being bullied.
Kill. And Madman is getting bullied behind the tower. Captain Hug has no fear. Soul's blessing! Soul's wrath! All the souls coming through with the big kills, and Captain Hug is going to keep going. Volatile block coming through, not dropping the heal. They're getting the max heal anyways. It doesn't matter. That's a good kill. That is 11-0 bloodbath. Captain Huggy said, "Yo, dog, you went 20-0 on me last game. Let me show you how it's done."
Yeah, and it's. I think it comes back to them just kind of lacking stuns still, right? That's.
Well,
Actually,
Sigma
I
running
don't
down
know
on
what
Jarrus
else
right
to
now
say
on the
here.
bot. And Jarrus
the
is
porting,
forced
yeah.
to burn spin. And Jarrus is just getting ran down. Oh, a
Ooh.
nice juke on Jarrus went left, but then swung right. But guess what? The agonizing bonds was just enough to pull him back to kill him with the auto attack with the Dreamcatcher proc. BT dubs, Dreamcatcher, broken item. Winzy bopping W trying to get away, but Captain Huggy, he wants more. He wants more. He's thirsty. He wants blood. Soldier coming through, shooting down the Vindicator.
They've definitely taken a lot of stacks.
Well, yeah, they're taking stacks, but he's not necessarily mainly jungling. He's playing pressure on the map, so I understand why he didn't go for the Abyssal Skull earlier. It really wasn't a necessity, per se.
No.
If
No,
he had
like,
a
the
bad
nice
game and
thing
he was
is-
forced to the jungle early, yes.
It allows you to just always be 4 HP. I think
Fair.
that's the luxury of it, right? Like, even if you're just jungling for like 15 seconds, you just don't go low. And like having that 200 extra HP from not taking that much damage in the jungle, that's sometimes is the difference between life and death.
Very fair, very fair. So Congra picked up on the side of Vinicius, and now Sigma is just rolling up on this smoke with no fear. No fight gets revealed, but no feat gets revealed, and Sigma just doesn't care.
He is actually alone. He's alone.
But look, Sigma had tokens, but he just got blown up. Vindicator silenced while he was dying, so he's actually reviving. So Sigma gets to use all the spell sets. Not the best Vindy ult, but it necessarily doesn't matter. Rather than Pharaoh coming in, Yonko mummy walling everything in, actually, oh no, buddy. That's the big part about the Vindicator that we talked about earlier. Pharaoh just throws, wall, look goes in there. But, you know what? The trade wasn't too bad. They lost a token. They killed 3. They lost Sigma, and they lost Prisoner, and they lost Pharaoh. So it's not the best, but
It's a
for
4
what
for
they
3.
killed. Yeah, well, 2 supports.
Yeah, but like you killed token, right? And you're behind, so you absolutely take that. And the reason they used Vindicator ultimate there is to prevent the Newerth teleport.
Fair.
Because, the torture went in really YOLO there. So you're just kind of expecting the Nymph to teleport.
Well, Shroud Jairus, but they put down a Rev Ward. They're very aware that he's trying to run. Dust Pop to give some arrow. Novi trying to run out, and Jairus trying to run out. I don't think they have the damage to get on top of them right now.
Not without Swiftblade ultimate.
No. Gotta be a little...
Swiftblade is squishy, by the way. Look at his HP.
Yeah, he only has 948 HP, which is wild to me. Oh no, Jairus got caught out right now. He has Spin, he pops Shroud. They don't have Dust. They pop Dust Storm, but doesn't mount to anything. And Nofadon finding Huggy in the back, trying to pop R to run him down with stock to get anything. Captain Huggy trying to juke around, trying to figure out tablets downhill over the cliff. That was a really good cliff angle to tablet down. He said, please, sir, I don't want another.
Yep. Like, that's just the utility of the Sinner subscription, right? Like, a tablet is just a really... how to say this? Like, useful in many situations. Versatile. A very versatile item.
Yeah, it's versatile and its utility is very good, and its stat lines aren't bad either. And now that it combines with the Abyssal Skull, you get a lot of bang for your buck, right?
Yeah.
So it's very much worth it to just buy it.
And that is a team smoke being popped by the Legion side. They're going bottom lane to look for this worm and the Mapman. Mapman actually has no mana right now.
Yeah, but Jairus might actually...
9 seconds.
Jairus is shrouding to the Ancient camp, so they try and circle back from him. Winsy crossed over a ward. Okay, Sigma sees Winsy trying to do anything, but he's just trying to go. A solo Omni coming on top of Sigma kills Sigma. Sigma actually got the stun on Omni again. By the way, he was just spinning, so it didn't necessarily matter. Stunned out Winsy, but Captain Huggy's going to try and get a pickup kill on Winsy, trying to wait for Conduit. A nice silence by the Vindicator, tries to pop it with Geos, but the Electric Tide doesn't make it. He's just going to try and hit the tier 3. Tablet coming forward to try and kill Miyabi. Miyabi getting shot down in the streets by Mr. Captain Huggy. Captain Huggy, immortal. 16-0-2, happily playing his game right now. He said, dog, you went 20-0 on me. I took that poisonal.
Yeah,
Tower, Jairus coming in, spinning, but he hits him with the team by... Okay, Hot Nick. Okay, Hot Nick pulls him back with the ult. Doesn't necessarily matter of the shackle. He can't get away. Winsy has to run away and disengage. Another kill for Mr. Huggy. Volatile pod. Boom, there's 400 HP. I heard you had half HP bar. Well, guess what? Here's more.
Yeah, the Geomancer just wasn't there, even though the Corrupted Disciple dove like really deep.
Wrath of the Pharaoh on top of Winsy. Winsy coming through. Dick coming through with the Earth's Grasp and a nice Crystallis, just trying to get any crystals down that he can. A Wrath of the Pharaoh wall locking down Nofit and No Fight Poppy. They break down the wall. Yonko stuck inside the book. He can't hit the book. He's disarmed. Nofit trying to run back. No Fight Poppy ends up dying. Miyabi getting killed by the Geos, but they take the life of the Corrupted Disciple. Menelay is still on top, trying to get a kill on top of Nofi. Can't do it, but Menelay's get TP out. They don't have the damage to kill him. And unfortunately, Captain Huggy takes his first death of the game.
Yeah, what a feeder. Unbelievable. No, but like the for living there actually is quite good, because that was an eye as well if he died, like for the enemy team, and they definitely can use that eye for a lot of map control. But I have to think like back to the Sophorus build, and like a tablet is just so good here for the Sophorus against that like a prisoner. Sorry, against the Pharaoh. Against like a lot of what they have for the mobility, for just the armor, the damage. It's just really good item for Sophorus. Instead, like I'm looking at this staff and I'm thinking, what is it doing?
I don't think it's paid any dividends, truly.
And I'm just not sure what it's doing.
No, I literally was thinking about that too, and I was just thinking that the staff really hasn't paid dividends. Okay, Sigma with the Invincible popping off, getting a kill on No Fight Poppy, but Winsy coming in trying to do anything, trying to pop anything, and Undying on top of Sigma. So the ult will be paused while he is in range of Sigma, Bigma, Figma, Figma. And he can't heal necessarily, because guess what? It doesn't matter if you have a Remorse. It doesn't matter if you have willpower. Undying makes you not heal. And then keep coming in trying to get anything.
Oh, that's
and
the
Sigma ends up. Oh my god, the Dreamcatcher actually picking up the kill on top.
He almost killed enough, but Menelay popped his Q on top of him.
Yeah.
And that meant that Dreamcatcher was just enough to kill him.
Yeah, okay, so now we have a more power on top of our Sigma. But again, if he gets slapped by Undying, it really doesn't necessarily matter, huh?
Yeah. I mean, yes or no, like you're still doing a lot of damage, right? Because we saw like, yeah, the Undying is great. Because he's not healing, but like, just because he's not healing does not mean that he's not outputting damage. It's not an Oogie or something, right?
Well, I just more so meant that he won't get the heal, so his survivability's not there. His damage and DPS is going to be insane no matter what. He just won't have the survivability, which, again, not the end of the world. You know what I mean?
If you take everyone else with you, you're fine with, like, dying. Plus, like, every time that the Sephorus uses his ultimate on you, means that it's not being used on a Corrupted Disciple.
Exactly. Oh, Corrupted Disciple trying to find out No Fight Poppy. No Fight Poppy digging into the trees, trying his best to find it, but they don't have a way to stun him up because the hook is going to be a little bit late because, unfortunately, we do not have a PK yet on the prisoner.
He did not save his tablets.
He tableted forward to try and, you know, get in there and kill, so I get it. Sigma showing bot on top of Nofadinfo. Nofadinfo's actually getting nuked right now with the dust coming down. A silence tablet getting through. Wrath of the Pharaoh misses because Nofad walks up instead of down. And Jared's going to pop out a Shroud. 3, 2, 1. Yin Yang Wang! A nice Omni Slash coming through doing damage. And it seems like the prisoner's actually going to space away from Sigma, so Sigma doesn't end up with the damage on top of him. Final chapter still on cooldown, but it works out. TPing, mass TPing, top trying to get anything done. Geo stalking from the back, and they don't know about it. Geo coming through the dust. They see Melee, and they see it. A nice Crystal Field coming down with an Earth Grasp with a stun on the dig, but it doesn't necessarily matter because it missed, but he's still going to die. Jared spinning on top. Undying come down on the Corrupted Disciple. The Corrupted Disciple just has to kite away. He cannot fight this. Melee's still alive, by the way. Doing great. Sigma running through. He's about to run into a Madman. He's hiding behind the tree, behind the fog. But dust comes through. That a pretty good idea. Silence Dome coming through. Can't use spells. A nice smack down. And he's dead. 5 heroes, a hook trying to come through, but nothing. Novadon says, I want more. I want more. He's stalking forward. A tablet coming from downhill from Winsy. Mummy Wall pushing him back downhill. A deny coming through. And they walk away. They don't get any more from that. But Corrupted Disciple trying to lurk, trying to get back in. Shroud time. And he's sneaking. He's stepping. He's being sneaky.
Yeah, like they got the eye, I think, which is definitely what they wanted. The eye just gives them so much map control back. And that is like their way back into this game to some degree. I don't know what the Sephorus is going. Sephorus now went for a Void, which is questionable. Right, because like the Torturer, the Torturer is only doing very little actually physical damage. Or actual physical damage. Most of it is like magic damage. And Fora plus Corrupted Disciple in the base, ready to TP, and they do actually TP there. They are ready to fight us.
Captain Huggy coming through, trying to get anything on me. BO3 getting smoked down by Genjir. They're going to try and push up, but Winsy's kind of low HP. And Undying coming on top of Captain Huggy. Captain Huggy popping Geo trying to kite out. Tablet downhill, but Jared's just shrouded with eye. Doesn't know he's there. Omni Slash coming through on Captain Huggy, but there's an eye, so he can't disjoint it by going shroud, so he ends up dying in the end. Melee throwing down volatile pod, but the counter from Jared's almost one-shotting him with a crit. My god, the double damage. Too much damage coming through. They have to run out. That was a little bit of a greedy play, I'll admit. But here comes Sigma, Big Muff of Figma trying to go through. He can get Agonizing Bonds on top of Jared's on the illusions. He can't. He's going to try and hunt the Madman and doesn't pick up anything for it. So a little bit of a sloppy fight of being aggressive. If they took that, they get the token. They want to try and get the token. They want to try something, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough in the end. The Undying was put down on top of the Corrupted. The Corrupted couldn't heal, and he just got smacked down.
Actually,
plus having the eye there.
Yeah, I just noticed that like the Sephorus bot back. Sorry, no, not Sephorus. Prisoner bot back.
Yep.
When did he do that?
Another shroud on Jared, but he's going to choose the way. The eye basically is allowing him to secure Omni always, which is super nice, right?
Yeah, they really needed that eye, funny enough.
Yeah,
actually, bottom lane. Ooh. Oh, this Madman smelled something was off.
Okay, Miyabi putting down, take down a ward. Jared's with his eye just clearing out the vision they have. That's a good ward in mid too, giving an idea of what's happening in mid.
So, okay,
just hiding in the trees.
How much damage does the Force ultimate do at max level?
At max level with staff, it does 50 superior magic damage per second. However, it only lasts. Okay, well, it lasts for 10 seconds. However, if you're standing within duration, it is paused, and and the damage increased by 5. So if you're standing next to them, it's okay. No fight actually getting rained down right now. Putting into Crystal Field to try and get away, but draining some damage. And Winzy's hiding in the trees. So if you're standing next to them within the range of what your E is, your your Dark Lord's presence. If you're within the Dark Lord's presence, it's 55 superior magic damage indefinitely until you walk away, and then it's 12 seconds. So it just necessarily depends on if you're sticking or not.
No. Like every time you get a kill, like you see the force charges.
Well, I wasn't including the charges. I was just doing the basic damage.
No. I was thinking about the charges.
So it's 60. It should be 600 damage over 12 seconds, but
Base,
with 7. Right? Yeah,
Base.
how much damage is it? How much damage is it per charge?
I think 35 damage per charge. I think so. That's 35.
So it'd be 85 unless they're next to 90.
Stop
okay,
with
Wrath of
math.
Pharaoh going under the tower, but unfortunately it doesn't necessarily matter because of Indicals they have to disengage here. Wrath of Pharaoh coming through to pick up, it doesn't matter, and unfortunately Sunk is just stuck under tower and slapped down. That was a little bit greedy, to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a greedy play there. I don't think that works out in the end. So it's 85 damage. 85 damage for 12 seconds, so it'd be 85 times 12. Let me do math in my head real quick. That would be 1,020 damage, and if you stand next to them, it's 90. So it just depends on if it's just raw dog, it's 1,000 damage, basically.
I don't think it's more if he's next to someone.
Yeah, if he stands next to them, it's an extra 5 damage. Oh, Sigma actually
sure?
getting caught out right now by the eye, and they're getting ran out. Mentally trying to put down a volatile pod, trying to pop Sigma out. Double tablet to save him, but they double tablet to chase him. And unfortunately, he gets stuck in a mummy wall with the book down. They can't get him out. He's stuck in the mummy wall. They can't pull it down, but Wincy's stuck as well. So it doesn't necessarily matter. The wall ends up trolling, but saving at the same time. Vindicator puts something on the back end, and Wincy just buys back. Jeremiah popping Shroud, trying to get in. Undying still on top of the Corrupted, taking the damage. And the big heal. We're getting a TP. Where are they going? They're going bottom to push.
So the Swiftblades got health flowered there at the end of the team fight. So after his spin, he just got health flowered. He couldn't really go back in afterwards.
Oh wait, shit. No, you're right. My bad. I misread. I thought it was 5 extra damage you were standing on top of them. No, it's just 5 extra damage you kill something. My bad. My fault. I misread. So yeah, it's 1,020 damage.
Oh, they're going
right now. Wrath of Pharaoh on top of Wincy. Wincy just bought back, so he doesn't have buyback. But guess what? A Tappling 4 trying to pop the Geos to try and get away. Mudwall can't go down because it's Violent Book. Again, this Vindicator has been throwing Book on every single mummy wall, which has been causing problems for these team fights. The prisoner up, pulls back Jairus. Jairus shrouds out. They don't have an eye. The dust comes through. Electric Tide killing him.
Oh, that was just on the edge of actually surviving there. Oh, that's so
just
unfortunate.
On the cusp.
Yep.
Yeah, no, so I'm dumb because Dark Lord's presence 45 true damage per second. That's how I was calculated. My bad. So it's
85 times 12, yeah.
Yeah, well it's not 30, yeah, it's 35 times 12, so it's 1,020. It's 1,020 over 12 seconds. Unless he's within his aura, then obviously it pauses and it'll be more. But if we're just looking at the 12 seconds, it's 1,000 damage. That's a lot of damage, to be honest.
Yeah,
no,
but it's over 1,000 damage, or over 1,000 seconds, right? Sorry, over 12 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 12 seconds unless you're within Dark Aura, then it's pauses. So
yeah,
it's pretty much going to be longer than that. Sigma actually getting caught at the top trying to make a play, and he's popping BKB trying to do anything he can. They pop BKB, he just sacked himself so he could get bottom racks.
Yeah, but what I mean is like during those 12 seconds, if the Corrupted can still just auto attack and like take down 2 people. It's great that he died, but you know, we're not gonna win the team fight that way.
No, it's still not necessarily worth it. And the thing is, me personally, that's just being I feel like it's 4,200 gold that is just wasted. I don't think staff was necessary this game. I don't think staff really has paid any dividends to this game.
Imagine he had a sheep stick.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at the enemy team. Like the Corrupted didn't even go for a Shrunk in this game.
No, he's just using Geo to split off silences. He didn't go Corrupted. He doesn't care about BKB, right? He doesn't. Shrunken Head doesn't matter to him.
Like Geomancer is having issues actually hitting the stun plus ultimate on the Geomancer, which makes sense because the Geomancer is the only stun in their team.
Yeah.
So if like the sheep's sorry, the force wants a sheep stick or even like like a hellflower, honestly, that's like in a lot of cases I think a dead corrupted disciple because he cannot get his geobane off then.
Yeah. Plus the other thing too
But
is the Geo is stunning from fog a lot of times, so he's not pre-casting R before he lands with the stun, right?
yeah.
So that's another big thing too, is the fact from where he's playing with the Geo stock, he's not pre-casting stuff. He's pretty much casting it after he stuns and hoping that they fight in it. That's the other problem too, is that he can't combo correctly because he just doesn't have the space to do so.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Oh, Jared's a nice spin on Sigma. They picked Sigma with the Vigma ult. Menali getting cut in the background, and Sunk trying to get Yonko's trying to get a Wrath of Pharaoh. He's not going to go in, and Captain Huggy going up.
I don't know if Menali is going to live.
No, a nice, good PK take to get the kill. Yonko has an eye, so he's just going to try and get away.
The base is taking a lot of damage though. Oh, and that's a Wingbow corrupted. What do you think about the Wingbow pickup here?
I think the Wingbow pickup is okay if Madman and the Swift are on top of you, but other than that, I don't necessarily think it's not needed or needed, to be fair. Undying on top of Captain Huggy. Captain Huggy just actually pops himself lower to get away and Jaraz. But Jaraz doesn't have Omni, so he just kind of just says, whatever, dude, walk away, I don't care. I think Butterfly or Wingbow's okay if Madman's on top of you or if Jared's on top of you, but 9 times out of 10, Jared's just popping Omni Slash on top with the Corrupted to get away from the Drain to disjoin it, or to get away from Overload, and then comes down and spins. He's not really necessarily auto-attacking that much. All of the Swift damage is front-loaded on Omni if it's ever on top of Corrupted right now. He's not sitting on top of Corrupted just auto-attacking, because that's how you lose damage. However, the Madman with Diffusal, Madman with Diffusal and having Black Helm and stuff with BKB, being able to get on top of Corrupted and swing on him if he's not getting drained, he does the damage, right? So it kind of makes sense for that regard. Plus,
Didn't you
it gives
just go for a Nullstone though?
You could, but at the same time, it has, 33 agility, 30 damage, 30 attack speed, and 150 attack range. It gives him the stats that he wants. So at the same time, like, I understand, Null is a very defensive item, and I think right now he feels like he has to be very aggressive and have aggressive items and fighting items comparative to a defensive item, which again, I don't disagree or agree with, right? It's his feel for the game. He feels like that was the right choice, and, we're not gonna know. Right, we're not going to know unless we specifically asked him. However, he still has a virtualizer. He always could sell that and get a Void anyways if he wanted to, right? Null
Void?
is not bad. Or not Void, sorry. Null.
Yeah, because like the most aggressive item by far would have been Shards, I think. Like that's the most damage you could possibly do. Or a Sheep Stick himself. Because he's not really able to kill Switchblade or the Madman solo because he can't pop in the auto attacks. If he gets a Sheep Stick, he would be able to. I think Null is also a really good item in this game because look at how many single target spells they have that they can get rid of it. Like Sephora's and Switchblade Ultimate are the two big things.
Yeah.
If you block either one of those, you are a happy bunny.
That's very true. I think the other thing too is the fact that if Madman can get in and pop Diffusal on break his Null, then it kind of changes. But the likelihood of that is very small, right? If Madman's already in your fight, he's already swinging. I think that's the last thing he's going to worry about. So there's a Basher on the side of Jaraz now. So I'm wondering if, he could predetermine that there's going to be a Basher on the Madman or a Basher on the Swiftblade, and that's why he bought that, right? There's going to be a multitude of reasons. Also, him having 150 attack range helps him hit racks and towers from a little bit further away, so he's not deep into the base where he doesn't get caught out again.
Honestly,
so
they just need a Sheep Stick. That's it. They just need a Sheep Stick on the Hellborn side. Because, it's still corrupted with, yes, a Wingbow, but, a corrupted with 1.6k HP, one Sheep Stick and he dies. Every time. And, the fact that, they're not getting it. At this point, I would honestly ask my Sephora's, just sell your staff, get a Sheep Stick. I think that might honestly be worth it. Because, what is your staff doing right now? You're not going to live for more than 12 seconds. In a team fight, right?
Yonko has eye. He scouts out Winzy, no fight, and they're walking down, so they're gonna circle away from each other. Sigma and Nymph are in the bot, but they can TP in at any point.
They want to make something happen here, but their base is just constantly under pressure, which is annoying for them.
Yeah, they have, you know, racks down in mid and in bot, so creeps will always be pushing out. And that's the other thing too, right? They can just bleed. They're bleeding on the map because of the 2 Raxes on the bot in the mid.
Oh.
So basically, yeah, they can't get anything from that. If Indicator Silence coming through, so they can't fight. Captain Huggy trying to cut out, waiting for Silence to end, popping Virtualize.
They're baiting to Vindicate ultimate. I do want to point out that the
Oh my god, a PK hook from Sunk getting a nice 2-man picking out no dig. Wow, no fight actually misses the PK dig. The book coming down, but Wincy's actually stuck right now. Wincy's getting eaten alive by Sigma from the TP. BKB coming through, just trying to do any damage he can. He doesn't have his R on, so Wincy actually lives because he has his R on. But Captain Huggy kites out, gets some good auto attacks coming through. The tablet thought the dig, but Jarrus is coming from the back line through Shroud, but they see him over the eye in the wards, they just run away. He can't get the Omni on Captain Huggy, but Captain Huggy's still bleeding down from the Undying, and he actually ends up living in the end.
Yeah, but their base is dying slowly. Like every time they take a team fight, like their base is just dying further. They need to take a fight like, well, the bottom and the mid lane are like pushed out really far, but that's just so difficult. And the staff almost paid off. I almost was forced to eat my words there, but no.
Captain Huggy tabbling up to get the tower, and Jared's trying to run at Gecko with the Wrath of the Pharaoh, but he has a spin-off, so Gecko might die here, but he saved Captain Huggy, so it's okay. He saved his hard carry, he did what he needed to do, and if we look at the lanes in the bot, they're still bleeding pretty heavy. They're about to get a double wave crashed in on the bot, and they're having a single wave crashing in on the mid, so that needs to go get cleared out. They have to TP back. Miyabi's actually getting his ass beat right now by the creeps. Oh my god, the creeps are gonna be 1v1 me, bro. Oh my god, the creeps are fucking business.
Yeah, the creeps are winning this 1v1. Oh, Corrupted Disciple is playing kind of greedy.
A little greedy here, but he's not gonna get dug on. They kind of, they might have probably assumed that he had people behind him, because every time he's made aggressive plays like that, he's always
I'm not in love with these items, let's just say that.
Yeah.
I feel like they're making it difficult for themselves. Sephora is going for barbed armor. I mean,
the fact that people think Wingbow is a defensive item is crazy.
It kind of is. More for melee heroes. Well, okay, so okay, if you open your shop, press protective, and there you see Wingbow. Ergo, Wingbow is a protective item.
Nah, I refuse to believe it's a protective item. I feel like you just bonk people over the head with it.
It also is that, yes. Like
No, I mean, but here's the thing, right? Like, all kidding aside, yes, Wingbow's a protective item because it gives you evasion. But the stat line that it gives you allows you to be extremely aggressive. I mean, in that fight prior, Jarrus missed an auto attack that straight up would have killed Captain Huggy from Undying. So it paid its dues. But Wingbow to me is an
I absolutely agree with you, right? It's the same argument that like something like a no fireblade would be defensive item because it gives 42 agility. And that gives armor. You can make the arguments, but I would say like something like demonic would be defensive item. Yeah.
The thing is, like, Wingbow is a defensive item, but it's also an aggressive item, right? It pays difference, right? It pays differences depending on game state. Are they trying to catch?
Did they know? If this team fight goes on for long, they literally just lose base.
Yeah, they need to be careful here. They are trying to go. Oh my god! Sunk went in instantly and just got blown up, but now they have the TP away from the base because they have waves bleeding. But Wincy's TP gets canned by the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Not by people hiding off the corner trying to dig through, but he can't. The damage coming to Captain Huggy is a little bit too much. No fight, people. Please, no fight. Trying to run away, but the pod examining Val. He gets hit by a Zeal, and he dies in the process.
Yeah, so that was just good counter initiation, and like the Hellborn side knew they had to retreat, because if they didn't and the team fight went on for a little bit longer, they just would straight up lose their base.
Yeah.
So
They would.
the Hellborn side, like I think the biggest problem that the Hellborn side has here is that there's still 2 buybacks. Oh, actually, there's
Geo
Flipblades
just
going
bought
in.
back. So Geo PK4 getting a nice dig stun, but again, they don't have any follow-up for the crystals. Jared's in the back line trying to get anything he can. He tries to get the Wrath of the Pharaoh out. He did. He ended up dying a little bit too fast. Madman's actually sitting on top of Metal Lake just autoing, and Captain Huggy, well, you know, he's trying to pick up anything he can. Jairus can't really do anything about the wing bow, so he's just gonna try through. Shao coming through, getting a smack on Sigma. Sigma flying back, trying his best, but it's not enough damage. Captain Huggy's actually gonna go down because Jairus gets bashed. Sigma gets the TP back to base. Very good team fight there.
One buyback on Shiftblades.
Yep, so they were not. The Geo bought back. Geo got a really good initiation, and very.
Is that 2 buybacks?
Good.
No, 3 buybacks.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Good
the
defense.
Geomancer did not buy back, right?
Yeah, he did. Geo bought back.
Oh, wait, there's 4 buybacks.
Yep.
So
Right away.
yeah, Geomancer, Sephora's, Vindicator, and Subblade. That is not great for them.
No, but they need it for the fight. Now they're going to try and secure their Kong, get some more stat lines.
At this point, you just kind of have to go for a Doombringer on the Subblade, right?
Maybe.
I think a Wingbow is... Oh, sorry, a Sheep Stick's still better, honestly. Oh, actually, no. Corrupted actually did pick up a Shrunken. He remembered that that item existed. Oh no, Kongor. No, Kongor. Ooh. He almost did a dodge.
Spooky.
Did Sephora sell something for this buyback?
Mystic Vestments and Protective. He probably sold Mystic Vestments. Yeah, and Bottle. That's probably what he sold. That's what it looks like.
I guess, yeah. They just... Oh, actually, that's a satanic or like a symbol of a rage on Corrupted Disciple. Now that's a defensive item. Right? But it's under the morph.
I mean, it is a helmet.
Well, actually, no, I do believe satanic is like a defensive item. Don't you agree?
Does it have a hard dispel in this game?
Satanic. I mean, a symbol of rage.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have a dispel. So
No.
Satanic in Dota has a dispel. So it's technically a defensive item.
Oh, actually, Sheepstick
Captain
on
Huggy
the
tried to
here.
shoot. Oh no! Whimsy getting Sheepstick down, turning into a clacking jaws of teeth, getting shot down. But no, but TPing him with BKB, but Captain Huggy has some damage trying to pump through, do anything he can. He still has BKB ticking, and a nice PK dig by No Fight, putting the crystals on the side, zoning the fight out. Nofi trying to get anything he can. Sigma still healing, Captain Huggy has the Undying, so Sigma healing, and on the side, our boy Sunk going in, getting a nice pick up on the Night Howl, right, Madman, smacking him down, and Jared's trying to run him with an Omni Slash, and guess what? Sunk's still alive from all the healings, while Tao going through, Captain Huggy ends up he buys back to come back.
Yeah, that's
Fight
it.
just was a little sloppy.
Yeah, the staff paid off. Actually, he bought staff upgrade from someone for the Swift Blade. Do you know what it does?
You can target counter strike with this, right? If I remember correctly.
I'm not sure. I'm not certain like how it works because I don't think I've ever used it.
If I remember correctly, you target on someone and you teleport to them. If I remember correctly, you attack and teleport to them.
Oh, like nighttime pounce or something.
Yeah, so if here's attack or block while counterattack is active, when counterattack expires, Swift Flip gets vulnerable for 1 second. Counterattack changes to counter strike for the next 5 seconds. Target an enemy to use counter strike, attacking and teleporting them, applying 80% movement speed slow for 2 seconds.
That's really useless.
Yeah, it's a little crappy. So,
It's
boys and
one
girls,
auto attack, right?